2024. This is our first episode of the year. I have Damina and Nicole. They're amazing girls to work with. And I guess we're just going to start right away. We're going to talk about resolutions, kind of like what are your resolutions for the year and like what do you guys want to do? I don't know, what are you guys trying to like accomplish this year? And then we'll switch to other topics. We'll start with Nicole.
All right, let's do it. Let's dive in. So my resolutions, honestly, for me, I want to make less excuses and just do what I want to do. I feel like I always find myself like making excuses like, oh, I can't do this because, or I can't do that because. Like for me, I don't want there to be a reason like why I'm holding myself back. I just want to go for like new opportunities and yeah, don't put it off. And with excuses being said, I find myself like in the past years like always excusing myself or having to like explain myself to other people when it's like my life, my decisions and all that.
It's my life.
It's my life. So like this year I want to like explain myself and excuse myself less to other people. Like either accept me or you don't, and I shouldn't be the one having to explain my actions. Like either love me
Do you
or
have an
what.
example of like explaining your actions to people? Or
Yeah, like for example, people will like expect me to like show up or hang out on the weekend, and I'll like be busy. Like I'll have plans, and I'll have to be like, I can't at 5 because I'm meeting with X person and then Y and Z. Like like I have things going on, but they expect me to hang out with them, and I feel like I have to explain like my whole weekend and like why I can't hang out.
Please
when in
don't
reality, like I shouldn't be explaining myself. They should just accept the friendship for what it is, not like hold things like over me.
Don't explain yourself.
Thank you.
Use as little words as
just
possible.
not available.
Not
Little words as
D&D,
possible.
do not disturb.
The number we have now has been disconnected.
Imagine.
Literally.
Wait,
I love
That
that
should be
one.
my voicemail. That
No,
should
when you
be-
send a message and it's not delivered or something.
Oh yeah, that gets me heated.
Okay, so that's no excuses for you then.
Yeah,
I
no
love that.
excuses.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, do you have any like personal projects that you want to start doing or work or?
Last year I started doing more acting, so I want to continue with acting and obviously modeling too, but breaking more into acting. I've been on backstage a lot, so that's always a good place to start.
Yeah, I honestly think that acting it's really cool, but also really hard
Yeah.
to
For
get
sure.
into, just because there's a lot of people and there's like a lot of shows going on in the city.
No, I don't want to hear that. Look, just
No
because.
excuses. No, I'm saying it's
Like
it's hard,
but pick your hard. Everything's hard in life. Pick your hard. Like
And you were into that too a little bit last year, acting.
oh yeah, for a little bit. I still want to do it, but
We
Wait.
both had a coach. I still have my coach. We were like talking last year about like how our classes are going and
yeah,
stuff.
I feel like what I really need long term is to like sustain myself with online income. I feel like I don't want to.
OnlyFans,
Definitely not. I
TikTok
can't.
dancing.
Something's
Like sleep and make money. Like you're just making money while you're
sleep and
sleeping.
Make money. I guess that's the ultimate goal. But I guess like my short term goal for this year is just to somehow make money online.
Okay. So I mean, now that we're talking to Mina, what are your goals for 2023?
Definitely.
Besides the movie.
2024.
2020.
Oh, wow.
2023. I'm still in 2023.
So last year.
2023 was a fun ass year. I still feel stuck in 2023. I don't want to let it go. It was a
It
good
was
year.
fun. I think you travel a lot, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and this year is to like, I had fun last year, and now the goal is to like, okay, how can I monetize that? You know what I'm saying? Taking what I love and like being able to make money from it. And I feel like that's the goal, right? To do what you love and to live the lifestyle you want. Like you have to really focus on what's gonna get you there and what is gonna sustain the lifestyle that you see for yourself, 10 years from now. So
That's pretty cool.
I feel
think
that.
For 2023, I didn't travel at all. Sadly, I don't know.
you gotta
I
travel.
didn't. You know what?
Gotta
I
get
didn't-
out there. It was because you didn't have your passport. You were
No,
invited
no,
to travel.
But that was like
Passport was not ready.
when you invited me to Costa Rica. That was like in March, no, or like.
Around there. You were down, but like that
I still
passport-
went too.
But still, it was just like.
Yeah, we were
It was
vibing out
just
there.
not a year to travel for me for something like. I mean, I couldn't travel because one, I was busy, which was good, but also I didn't plan for trips. It's like, and then I usually plan like, oh, I'm gonna do this trip, like on my birthday or
Yeah.
or just like a workshop or something, you know.
And this is the year.
And,
This
yeah,
is it.
I think.
Look,
your birthday.
You got a travel agent now, so.
Ooh, okay. Tell us a little bit about what are you trying to do with traveling?
Well, I was just thinking, like, how can I save on my personal travels? You know, travel agents get discounts and stuff like that. So I mostly did it for that, and then I realized that if, you know, friends and family around me want to book travel as well but aren't, you know, savvy, the first year into my business, I wanted to just provide my services for free, and how I'd get paid is through commission. So I was just going to take the year to, like, practice doing that as well, and kind of building a travel,
Experience.
like, not a travel experience, but a travel brand for myself.
Okay. Travel with Damina. Damina Travels.
Destinations with Damina.
Oh, that is
Destinations
catchy.
by Damina.
I want to travel with you. Let's go.
That's cool.
I feel that like for 2023, I was also traveling a lot, like seeing a
Dude,
lot
you
of the
were
world and
everywhere.
like
Yeah.
checking off a lot of things on my bucket list. I feel like traveling is so very important, especially when you're young, because at some point, you know, if you keep pushing it off and pushing it off, like you're going to be older with more responsibilities and you're not going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? You're going to be like mortgage, house, kids, like I don't know, but like stuff is going to come up and then you're not gonna be able to travel. So while you have the time and while you're thinking about it, just go and do it. And like often I go like on solo trips because like my friends can't come, but I still want to go. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna
so
buy the ticket.
I have a question. How about those people that wonder, like, oh, how can I travel? I don't have no income. I don't have this. Like, how do you guys manage to travel? To just be like, fuck it, and just plan a random trip and figure out later?
There's
Or-
good times to buy tickets. Like Tuesday night is always a really good time to buy a cheap ticket. That's what I learned. And then when you're traveling, you can like do homestays. So people in different countries will like have their home available, like have a room for you, or like hostels are always cheap if you're comfortable with that. But there are cheap places to stay. Like you don't have to be like 5-star hoteling the whole way. There's reputable spots that like will be like $30 a night. Like it's not like so much money, you know?
Okay, sounds interesting.
Honestly, and you can also watch flights on Google and buy one ways.
Wait, what?
You can watch flights. So if
Oh,
you
I heard you can watch fights. I'm like,
No.
what the fuck?
You can do that on Google too.
Yeah.
That's what.
Oh.
If you watch enough fights, and you know, you just get some money. You can go.
imagine, that would be cool.
What's your next trip for you guys? Do you guys have that sort of plan?
That's a good question. That's good. I've been thinking the same thing. I'm like, when is my next vacation? I've been itching for one, but
I really want to go to Puerto Rico. I've always wanted to go. And I'm always finding another reason to like go back to California too. I love Cali, LA,
no, you gotta go to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Yes. What about you, Francisco?
I've never been to Puerto Rico, so it's on my bucket list. I've
The
been
Shy
to
Babes
Cali.
trip.
I love
I-
Puerto
we
Rico.
we should do a Puerto Rico trip or something.
Yeah, you don't need your passport for that, so a lot more people
I
can
have a
come.
passport.
Oh, I'm not talking about you. I mean, just like
You need a
everyone. Like,
passport. I didn't have it
some
last
people.
year.
Yeah.
Well, that would be pretty cool. Like,
Island
I mean, but what
vibes.
there's to do in Puerto Rico? You went to Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah,
Give us some expectations of Puerto Rico
Puerto
That's
Rico.
for everyone that hasn't done there.
Honestly,
Is there drugs?
so we went to La Perla, and it's this where all the locals go, and you can't use your phone when you're there. There's a lot of signs that says no
Why?
phone. You know, people be selling drugs and dancing and grinding and just doing their thing. They don't want people like recording them.
Like tourists, so people won't.
It's just
try to
always
travel.
been like that. Yeah, and I was with locals. They were like, yeah, don't record because you can get in trouble. Like people will call you out. And I was like,
that's
damn.
scary.
And if you record, you just have to like
What if
ask.
you're an influencer? You're just like everywhere.
Literally, someone got shot when I was there, but they got shot over like some drugs, and they were fighting at first
How do you know?
because I was with two locals, and they like go to La Perla, and
Yeah.
they were like,
La Perla was
That's not
and they know the guy who was
That's not
beating his ass was a drug dealer because they're always there. They know who sells the drugs, so he's like, it's over some drugs.
Was it La Perla like a place or a bar or like a town?
It's like a little town. It's like in the back alleyway, and it's like a little street, dude. And
bar.
there's food.
Sketchy, bro.
No,
Sounds like
yeah.
could be a bar, honestly.
And there's
Right?
like a bunch of bars and live music. Dude, fucking Raúl Alejandro performed
Really?
on like atop of the building in La Perla.
When you were there?
Yeah, when me and Simone had went last
No
year.
way.
Mhm.
Oh, we went last year.
That sounds pretty cool.
that's so cool.
Yeah, it was random as hell. It was bussing because it was there was a festival that hasn't happened in 3 years. It
Yeah.
was La Sense festival, and
Okay.
and everybody was outside.
That's crazy that you couldn't record, like, take your phone out or anything. Like, going into it, did you know?
If
Did you already know?
When Raúl Alejandro was performing, I did record. Everybody was recording. you
Like,
know?
kind of have to. Like, before that, like, when you made your booking and, like, you planned out your trip and everything, did you know that was going to be a thing, or were you really
No.
surprised?
No, yeah, we just found out about it through like locals. We were just walking around the whole time.
That's
it was
wild.
it was a last minute trip. We had nothing planned. We were really just like walking around, found things to do, talk to people. I met up with the guy that I was there with last time, and he went to the festival with us, and it was like really cool. And there's another place called La Placita. La Placita wasn't bussing because La Perla was bussing after the festival, but La Placita gets so packed. And that one's like more safe. Like, yeah.
It sounds
a bunch of
wild.
old people go there or something?
No, it's just like more open, and
You
it's
can
like
do
in the
what you
middle,
want.
in the middle of.
You can
Viejo
take some
San Juan.
pics, take
Yeah.
some videos.
So if we were to go to Puerto Rico, what would be a good place to go besides like
The
that?
beach,
Yeah,
La
I'm so
Playa,
tempted to, like, snap everything, tap
La
in my
Playa.
phone.
Oh,
Like,
for real, right?
no.
Viejo San Juan, and just La Playa in general.
Okay. Sounds good. I think like a trip I would love to do with you guys. Maybe do like a cruise, like go to different countries.
I've never done a cruise, as
Yeah.
crazy as it is. I really want to.
Cruises
Like,
are
all inclusive,
fun.
everything.
yeah,
like,
liquor, like I don't know about liquor though.
You have to pay for it separate.
Yeah, but foods is like good. Or we could
and
do
like destination, like they stop off, like, all right, you guys have 3 hours, go do whatever you want, and then everyone comes back.
6 hours.
You know, it's
Well,
like,
you know what I mean.
The only thing that sucks about cruises though is that you're there for like a few hours during the day, but you're on a time restraint and you have to like literally be back when
Oh, yeah,
they
so
say
you be
because
Yeah.
they will leave you.
You gotta
And
know what you're doing.
Yeah, you can't get too
lost.
lit, you can't get lost, nothing. So it's like if you
There
were,
has to be like a leader of the pack. Like, someone has to keep everyone together.
yeah, I can't even go out or anything. Can't
Yeah.
even enjoy the nightlife and party.
Someone's got to be like, where are they? Like, find my friends. Always be on that. If there's a big group, but like, I'm down for getting a group and going and just like having fun.
Yeah,
in a safe way.
I think
Always safe.
2012. Yeah, 2012 I went to a cruise.
Oh, really?
And for like a whole month.
A whole month?
Well, it's like a semester at sea out here. Were you
So me and my
studying? Did you
brother-
learn something?
Me and my brother went for a week, and then from there like, hey, you want to take another cruise? I was like, okay, fuck it. So we like literally spent like a month on different cruises.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Living the
I
dream.
know that was really fun.
Boat hopping.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
But it was fun, especially like if you have like cool people around. Like I think it's
Mhm.
really fun to ride out.
The people you go
Yeah.
with matters.
Makes it cool. And there's everything on the boat. There's like theaters. There's like
Everything.
clubs.
As long as you don't get trapped on the
Restaurant.
boat.
I know. Right?
Is that like a common fear, getting trapped on the boat? I feel like after COVID, people got more
I
afraid.
know, right? Fuck. COVID.
They're like, I don't want to do a cruise. COVID? No. But now it's not a thing, so.
Okay. I don't know.
No
but
COVID.
definitely we gotta plan a trip for like a team trip.
Yeah.
To
It's-
Shy Babes, New Orleans.
Antarctica.
Yes. Wait, the New
Just
Orleans
kidding.
is in February, right?
Dude, that's too soon.
Oh, I mean.
Nola's
that's New Orleans.
always popping.
Yeah,
It's
but
always
he's
like-
saying he wants to go for Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. I mean, that's the only reason why you go to.
Okay, should we plan it for next year? Because people be planning their Mardi Gras a
I've
whole year
been not in
advance.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
and it was
Why?
crazy.
What do you mean why?
Is it
It's
like,
like
overbooked?
yes.
Damn, that's how packed it is.
Mhm. People
Wait,
love
have you
Mardi
done,
Gras.
Have you gone to Mardi
No,
Gras?
but
How do you know this?
because I used to bartend at Replay, and there's these two bartenders who were always at New Orleans and was even thinking about buying property there, and they would tell me about Mardi Gras and stuff. They're like, yeah, people be planning in advance. They've been like, and they say it gets really like expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of rooms sell out. So it's like you have to like do
We'll
it ahead.
just, go to a hostel or something.
In New Orleans,
You do a
that's more.
spring break destination.
You think there's
spring break?
hostels in New Orleans? I heard that there's some in Chicago, but you have to like
There
not be
are.
from the city, right?
There's like Selena is a big brand that is all
Selena.
over the world. They have one in Chicago too. It's a hostel.
I did hear that.
Can we do like a staying hostel?
What's that like party place in Texas? South Padre Island. Is that still a
Oh,
thing
yeah,
for
it
spring
is.
break?
Yeah, my little cousin was gonna go for her spring
We
break.
could we
I
could
feel
do
like-
that.
I never heard
Oh
of that.
no,
I feel like that's like so
It's a party
I
island.
know that sounds like a
girl! If you want to go to a party island, we gotta go to Turks and Caicos.
Okay,
It
Turks
sounds
and
like
Caicos.
Subway.
We gotta go see Drake.
Drake.
That's what he always be there. He be
Okay.
buying at the
Really?
whole bar shots and shit.
Alright, that's where she's
I
gonna
heard,
be for
when-
Drake.
Talking about Drake, one of my friends, he works at this one restaurant downtown, like a rooftop, and then Drake came by, and then like he bought the whole like rooftop for his friends, and
Wow.
they spent so much money, and like everybody
Oh
got
my
to
gosh.
so good. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That's a cool experience.
That's a good
Yeah,
story.
for real.
Yeah.
What about you? What are some New Year goals for you?
I think, I don't know. I feel like 2023 was. I was like, it was like a confusing year for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Well,
just
you
like,
started a new business.
Yeah, like probably that,
Mhm.
and I guess just trying to balance like all together, like everything, like my reselling, Shy Babes, and like my regular like photography, videography
Mhm.
stuff. So I think trying to like balance it was really hard for me.
Yeah.
But like little by little, I'm learning how to like balance everything. Like
Mhm.
and it's crazy because the posting, like reaching out to people, making plans, making sure you guys get booked. You know, go to shows and sell things or whatever. You know, it's like
Mhm.
really hard. I know like last year you guys went to a few car shows and like I wish I could have gone, but I was like, no, I gotta focus on the reselling. But you
Mhm.
guys were there, which that was cool. And that's when I was like, cool, like I can do this. Like they can be over there and I can do my thing.
Mhm.
And you know, hopefully like later on, like I learn how to like book things better, I guess.
It's hard when things are on the same day, though.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think
it's hard to balance everything.
I think
but I
this-
think you did good, and especially like people reaching out to you in terms of like the boxing events, like the
Oh,
ring
yeah.
girls stuff.
Mhm.
Like you've kind of like I think broken into that avenue a little more in the past year in terms of like people wanting like you to come back and back and more
yeah,
and more
but I
times.
think that's,
So
that's
it's
like a
good.
new venture that I want to
Yeah.
do with you guys. Well, especially you guys that get booked for boxing fights. Just expand that part
Mhm.
a little bit bigger and
Yeah.
like reach out to more coaches, more brands. You know, hopefully we could like
You're saying you want to go to different states, different arenas,
Yeah,
like make it
yeah.
bigger, just like be
yeah,
able to travel
So you guys
for.
gotta be like on top of the game, you know. And
I would love
know.
to do that. They don't never
Got
pick
it.
me. Like, look, I'm slimming down. I know they don't like the thick girls.
dick. It's just like honestly, I find it like really hard because there's some picky like. There's this one girl. She was really pretty and she was fit, and then they were like, "Oh, she's too fit." I was like, "What?"
What does that even mean? Too fit? Like how can you describe too fit?
I guess because
That's so annoying.
no, I know, and I'll tell you what. And I'm not gonna disclose her name because she's really cool. But I guess she was working on a competition for bodybuilding.
Okay.
So she was on her days of muscles and everything, right?
She was cutting, basically.
She was cutting. So
Good for
for
her.
me, I think she looked really good,
Mhm.
And she was wearing a dress, and the coach was like, "She's really pretty for this girl, but she's too built, you know."
It's crazy. It's either you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that, you're too this. It's like a woman is always
Yeah.
criticized that our bodies
much
are always
judgment.
in. Because it was like skinny girls that was in style. Now it's thick girls that are in style, and women's bodies are just going in and out of style all the time. And it's like,
Yeah, but I
can't we
think
just be accepted for being beautiful? Damn.
Right. There's
I mean, but
there's
that's the
too much judgment
industry.
for like any little thing.
It's good and it's bad because obviously there has to be standards and somehow, but it's not for everyone. But I mean, the good thing about now is like anyone could do like anything, like any influencer. It doesn't matter if you're short, tall, thick, whatever. As long as you have that attitude and people can connect with you, like that's how you're gonna like succeed.
Yeah.
You know.
People in the industry are always looking for different things, different
I mean,
features.
Yeah. Like before, like the modeling industry, everybody had to be like 6 something.
it was so
Really
strict.
thin, you know, like, and everybody would want to like try to model, but like, dude, I'm short as fuck, dude, I'm thick. And now it's like, I think that diversity is like better. It just depends on what you do and how you promote yourself.
Yeah, especially in Chicago. I think in Chicago people are less judgmental and critical versus like LA or New York.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Bigger city, especially with like runway modeling, like they're not where we are.
It's
We're
a
chill.
whole different
We can vibe.
industry.
We're humble.
We're humble.
Accepting.
Accepting.